Well, with the look of these letters, it seems like TV licensing isn't going to go down without a fight. Let's begin. Okay, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to both Simon and Gary for sending these in. Let's get into them. Okay, as usual, start in the top right-hand corner with a dreaded TV license logo. Under that, we have your status in blue, bold ink. May seem black on your telly, but it's actually blue. Visit temporarily on hold. Why is that? Can't you get the staff? Anyway, February 2022, and the reference which may or may not be made up. Now, of course, just in case you don't know how days and times work, I'm guessing, they've put a box in the middle of the letter. February, March 2022. And it gives the days, but the 2nd of March is circled. Well, why is that, I hear you ask? Because underneath it says, in bold lettering, we're giving you 10 days to get licensed. All across the middle of the letter. So that is quite forceful, isn't it? Dear Sir/Madam, which probably means they got no clue who lives there. There is no record of a TV license at this address. This means you are breaking the law if you are watching or recording live TV programmes on any channel, or downloading or watching BBC programmes on iPlayer on any device. And of course, an invisible ink, which I'm sure they always love to tell you, but if you're not doing any of that, then you don't need a TV licence, do you? In bold again, we will not visit you for 10 days, but you must get correctly licensed. We might actually already be correctly licensed, because as I just said, you might not actually need a TV licence. We know how difficult it is to pay bills at the moment. This is why we're being very kind, I'm guessing, and giving you to the 2nd of March, in bold, so you do not forget to get correctly licensed. Our investigation at your address has been put on hold, and we will not send an enforcement officer to your address during this time. Well, how very kind of you. But to be honest, if you did send an enforcement officer, that wouldn't bother me. I just wouldn't open the door to them. And in bold ink again, call us on. It gives a phone number by the 2nd of March. Who the hell do you think you are to tell me what I can and can't do? If I choose to call you, then that's up to me. You've got no right TV licensing to tell me what I should and shouldn't be doing. One of our specialist advisors, salesman, will help you check if you need a TV license. If you do, they'll help you find the best way for you to spread the cost. Our payment card, in bold letters, lets you pay from £6 a week, which is obviously the most expensive option, and therefore is twice the price than if you paid monthly. You can also pay by direct debit or apply for a free licence if you're 75 or over and receiving pension credit. If you think you don't need a licence, you should tell us in the next 10 days so we can update our records. How about you don't actually contact people unless they contact you, TV licensing? But of course, I'm guessing you don't want to do that, do you? What happens if you decide to do nothing, in bold letters? If you don't contact us by the 2nd of March, we will then start a full investigation at your address. Please turn over for more information. And I don't know about you, but to me, that last bit there does seem quite threatening, or actually maybe intimidating. And in my opinion, they shouldn't really be allowed to get away with these sort of things. Yours faithfully, Jane Jeffers, the enforcement manager for Stoke. And just in case that lovely little rollicking they've just give you isn't enough, in the little blue box at the bottom, remember, you have until the 2nd of March to get correctly licensed. Well, as I said, we may actually be correctly licensed. Thank you very much. To buy a TV licence or tell us you don't need one, call us immediately on this number in bold. Let me think. No. If we don't hear from you by this date, we will start a full investigation at your address. Yes, you've just told me that already. But unfortunately for you, TV licensing, that is not having the desired effect that I'm guessing you probably want it to have in me pooping my pants. Although it's kind of nice to know that you've at least given me some fancy toilet paper just in case I choose to do so. And this next letter is a little bit strange because to me it seems threatening in a non-threatening manner. If that makes sense at all. You'll see what I mean. In the top right hand corner, of course, we've got TV licence and logo. Underneath that, we've got the date, February 22, but strangely, no reference number this time. Dear Sir/Madam, so once again, they've got no clue who lives there. As you have not responded to our letters yet, you have left us no choice but to proceed with the final stages of our investigation. Oh good, wake me up when it's all over. An officer has been scheduled to visit, and it gives the address, to find out if TV is being watched, recorded or downloaded illegally. Well, of course, in this lovely February windy weather we're all having at the minute, I hope they like waiting out in the cold. Unless, of course, the wind does us all a favour and blows them down the road. The officer may visit the property at any day of the week, morning or evening. See, so they haven't even got a clue at what time the officer is going to come about, have they? The information below explains the procedure, and you may, of course, refer to it during the visit from the officer. Yours faithfully, Jane Jeffers, the enforcement manager from Stoke. They've given us a nice little scissors thing to cut it all out, haven't they? So here's the reference number, which may or may not be made up. What you need to know about the process in bold. We can apply for a search warrant to gain access. And to be honest, this part does actually seem threatening from the off, doesn't it? What you need to know about the enforcement and then a search warrant. So that's putting seeds in your head that, oh, I could be in real trouble here. The officer may interview under caution in accordance with national criminal law. Boom, boom, boom. Every one of these things so far seems to be designed in a way to frighten or intimidate you, it seems. Anything you say to the officer may be used in evidence in court. You risk a fine of up to £1,000 plus legal costs / or compensation you may be ordered to pay. But as I said in a previous video, as far as I've heard, that fine is around £170 most of the time, and a £1,000 fine is only given in very rare cases. If your property needs a TV licence, you still need to buy one. So what's that so far? 5, maybe actually 6 with that enforcement bit at the beginning. Things increasing in severity, in my opinion, as they go down the list. Which, to be honest, I think is a disgraceful way for any company to ask for payment, isn't it? And implies that you are actually in debt to them, in my opinion. When obviously you're not. In fact, they don't even know your name. A reminder of the law in a big red box. It is illegal to watch or record live TV programmes on any channel or to download or watch BBC programmes on iPlayer without a TV licence, no matter what device you use. You can still do one of the following: buy a TV licence at this address or on this number, and a colour TV licence, just to let you know, costs £159. Strangely though, they're not mentioning their black and white TV licence anymore, which is £53 I think it is, which would actually save you quite a bit if you chose to get one. I personally would rather save £159 and not have a TV licence at all, because in this day and age, you don't actually need one, do you? If you just watch Netflix and YouTube or the on-demand catch-up services, obviously apart from BBC iPlayer, but I wouldn't really give them the satisfaction by watching that anyway. Let us know you don't need a TV licence at the very bottom of the page. How kind of you to give us a choice in the matter after just barraging us with all these threats, it seems, at this web address or on the same phone number. We may visit to confirm this, so even if you call them, they may still visit you anyway. So what's the point in all this? Because it seems they wouldn't even trust what you say to begin with. And then, of course, in the red circle, visit undertaken by Stoke Enforcement Division. Please ask for identification. Yeah, we're all seeing how well that goes down on YouTube videos about, haven't we? I take it they didn't exactly like when Nadine Dorries announced that from 2027, decisions are going to be made whether the TV licence is or isn't going to carry on. In this day and age, though, I can't see how it can possibly carry on. I think actually they'll be forced to go the subscription route. Or maybe adverts actually would be the better option. In fact, that'd be my preferred choice, because at least that way the public wouldn't actually have to pay at all, would they? It'd just be companies that fund them, which is how it should be in this day and age, isn't it? I'm guessing they could also make their iPlayer a premium only option like ITV Hub Plus does and Channel 4 Hub Plus does, but at the reduced amount of £3.99, what they all seem to do. Either way though, the days of them charging us £13 odd a month or £159 a year are hopefully soon to be ended, and it's about time too, and it's really overdue in my opinion. So I'm sorry, TV licensing, you're just going to have to try harder if you want to get money out of me, because your letters just scream of desperation if you ask me, and are actually as scary as, I don't know, Zippy from Rainbow maybe, or the Cheeky Girls, I don't know which. Anyway, I'm trying to get up to 12,000 subscribers by the end of the month, and I'm quite close, so if you fancy helping me out with that, then thank you, that'd be awesome.